Well.
Every day I wake up and I hope you atrophy!
We have an upper day scheduled thus far for today. Also have some footage I need to shoot for Ekkovision. And, that's kind of it so far. Gonna go make a meal, have a cup of coffee, because I need it. I woke up so late. I got woken up by screaming children at 8 in the morning, which is super early for me, because, like, I need a lot of sleep. I think we talked about this last video. But, yeah, then I struggled to fall asleep for like an hour or 2 or 3. I don't even know how long it was. And then slept till 1. So that's not ideal. Now fucking half the day's gone. And, yeah. So get some caffeine in me. Go get some pre-workout meal. Do some other things, some chores. And, yeah, I think I'm excited. I think I feel a little bit of enthusiasm, if you will. Or I just have a camera in front of me. So I'm lying to myself and everyone watching. Average blue-eyed Agarthan. Guys, someone put me in an edit. You know, I was really upset about my... hold on. You know, I was really upset about my shingle scar for a little bit, but turns out there are more important things than your looks. No, there aren't. Okay, and then someone put me in and be like, okay? All right, we got 2 meals in, and we are about to go hit a lift, and we'll see how it goes. I think there's someone... Look at how beautiful it is. Look how beautiful the snow and the ground is. I think there's someone hanging right there. Guys, in honor of my love for early PewDiePie, I'm gonna be saying a no-no word. Whoa! Whoa! Nolan, look back here. What the hell? You know, what's crazy, the thing that kept repeating in the hospital is that shingles is caused by excessive stress. And there really wasn't that much stress in my life at the time. So I actually think that the way that I train caused me to get shingles. I'm not even kidding. Cortisol spikes might be real.
Cortisol might be real, guys.
This guy constantly says, Raf, your best pose is definitely the Atlas. Atlas is just super easy to look good. You don't really need to have a lot of muscle. Really small guys look good doing the Atlas.
That's not what I said.
That's crazy.
It's not what I said.
Verbatim.
No, because even my Atlas looks all right, but this looks terrible.
That's not true. You just don't know how to do it.
My last spread is very
I just don't have to develop back.
Dude, your back double isn't bad. You're just bad at it.
You're just bi.
The triceps are homophobic.
It's true.
You use YouTube Reels. That's close
I
enough.
don't use YouTube Shorts.
Hey! Watch where you're going.
Should I say it? Admin abuse? Holy Murdock form.
Bro, why are you throwing it back on me? Mr. Robot, bro, will recommend, especially if you like gay sex. You know, I'm talking about you, Eric. Imagine there's someone here named Eric watching. I'm never complimenting your weak ass again.
I'm getting,
nah.
Feeling him up, getting mocked physically. That sounded bad.
I know they had a movie about this. Magazine Dreams. Yeah.
Doesn't he fuck someone?
I heard you're my biggest fan.
You're my biggest fan.
Okay, guys, 100K subs. I'm flying someone out, reenacting Magazine Dreams.
Are you the black guy?
Let me put you on. If you're trying to find a wife and your first line doesn't work, start screaming and shaking. They'll have to take you to the hospital, and then you develop a romantic, close-knit connection. It's called trauma bonding. It works every time.
We're gonna be judging Nolan's curl form because, yeah, see, like that's further back.
Further. Okay.
Yeah, further back.
Damn.
Like you want your elbows like, yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
I'm like.
Yeah,
edging
see
this
that
thing.
shit though? See how hard that shit is?
Ah, it's alright. It's alright.
Put this shit over on Pacific Rim edit, and look how tough it is.
Blowing a random stranger and then hitting them with the
Clark Fent's first time trying a Y raise.
What? I'm gonna use this.
Ethan asked if your girlfriend liked those buns. His buns? I mean, the non-meat kind of stuff.
Once she got past the egg.
This is how to lock in.
Dude, is that the real K-pop Demon Hunters?
Black thoughts, I can be focus. Tell me where to find light in my tunnel. Cause I see you want help me with control. I can't stop feeling you when on my shoulders. You were like ghost. Don't let me let go. Cause what would I do? What would I do without you? What would I do? What would I do without you? What would I do? What would I do without you? What would I do?
We kind of just, I discovered the extent of my muscular atrophy since getting shingles after standing next to this absolute fucking tank of a person. Look at him. This guy is only 14. Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
She's 13.
Shit. It's even better. It's your type. That's your type. Shit, he's mugging. Okay, my bad.
It was actually, all things considered, a really good lift. It felt great. I wasn't feeling great, to be honest. Like, my head was pounding before I even got into the gym. So I popped a Nicholas pouch, and those always helped with my headaches when I used to struggle with like chronic exertion headaches, and just headaches in general. So the lift felt a lot better than it otherwise would have. And then I was just yapping with my boys. It's kind of something I do a lot. We were talking about the importance of thinking deeply, thinking deeply about things, anything and everything, when you put life or topics or subjects or niches under a microscope and you see all the little details about it, and you kind of like nerd out and you let yourself see things, even if you can't fully understand them. The ability to just talk about that stuff in depth is so fun, It's like nothing is just a thing. It's a plethora, amalgamation of things, if you will, combined into a bigger, much larger, prominent thing. And you can kind of still zoom out and see all the little things about it. And when you do that with your life, you see so much more, I mean, pain isn't just pain, it's an opportunity. Joy isn't just joy, it's like this highlighted stream of memory that you're going to hold on to if it's strong enough, Everything eventually fades to memory. Even this right now, it's just going to, squeak back into my subconscious, and I'll probably forget about it because I talk about the same subjects a lot. So I'm most likely going to forget about this. But the ability to create more purpose because of seeing life and topics under a microscope, it's so fun and fascinating. It's not necessarily fun, but it's purposeful, it's important. Because like you can be in your best or worst days ever, and if you can see everything in the fullness of everything it is, then it's no longer just I'm wounded or I'm happy or I'm content. It's like, why, And then you can be grateful for all the whys, even if it's bad, You'd be like, yeah, I'm sad that I'm hitting a low, but that means that I must have rode new highs this year, specifically, struggling as much as I have. It's because I've had so many highlights this year. I between late last year and early this year, I forged an incredible friendship with a good friend named Justin. And there's so many amazing memories that I'll hold on to from the highlights and the peak of that. And I went to fucking Houston, Texas. I got flown out by a company called Ekkovision. I'm a part of the team. I'm a part of a brand right now. I'm affiliated with a big company. I've grown closer to all the people important in my life. I've met an incredible woman that I want to build a future with. And then, you get hurt, you get injured, you fall back, you get shingles, and it sucks. But like, it would have felt like just an extended period of numbness if it stayed bad. But the fact that I could ride the highs for a little bit, I know the bad felt worse, but I know that's just because all the goods were better. And I hope to continue to get fluctuations in my life of good and bad so that I can appreciate each one more and more, because that's what it's all about, finding appreciation in the present. Everything is going to fade into memory. If you can't be present and be purposeful for where your consciousness is in any given moment, you'll miss it. Good or bad, lessons or just experiences to behold. You'll miss it if you can't be present. Stop wishing for later or wishing you could go back and find more in the past. Try to make the absolute most of right now. You know, what is it? Master Oogway said, it's called the present because it's a gift. And that's true. And it's hardest to see through the most... And it's hardest to see through the most extensive of turmoil, obviously, but it's still, you know, it's perfect. Every moment is perfectly prescribed to make you your best self. You just open your eyes, bring your microscope, look at everything a little bit more in detail. You know, things will be clear. Your future will be clearer, you know? And especially finding good friends to talk about stuff like this is so important because they help you make your future clear. Even if you don't understand every gritty detail, you can feel the rough essence of where you're supposed to go in good company. And not a lot of people have good friends that they can talk about this stuff with, it's a travesty, let's be honest. Because before I made my best friend, Kevin, I had all these thoughts that I would only ever really let out when I was stoned out of my mind with random people, and they kind of wouldn't really care, you know. Maybe they'd listen, but they'd be like, I remember asking this girl, I was like, why, you know, so I was like, sorry for yapping. She was like, no, I like listening. And I was like, yeah, why don't you say anything though? She's like, yeah, I just don't have anything to say. I don't see the world the way you do. But everyone can, you know. And I wish everyone to have a friend or friends like I do, because, you know, when things are hard to practice by yourself, good company makes the hardest of tasks easy, you know. And I mean, with the presence of good company also comes accountability. When you veer off the path you're supposed to be, when you can't think as purposefully about things, when you're letting life just batter you instead of, you know, flowing with the timeline of your present to your future. Yeah, there should be people in your life to grab you by the back of your shirt and pull you to the ground and say, hey, slow down, look around. You're not a victim. Life's not that bad. And that's a gift as well. So find people in your life who are going to hold you accountable and up to the standard that you wouldn't even maybe hold for yourself, your best self, the future that you could only ever wish for. Find people that will hold you to that, because that is everything. I'm trying to lock in more with YouTube. I don't think that I have maybe particularly an extensive amount of things to say, but for better or worse, I think some people want to listen. So that's really cool. I'm so humbled by that all the time. You know, or if people come up to me and the odd person who's come up and recognized me, singled me out and been like, hey, I know you, and I appreciate what you do. That's forever going to be humbling. And it seems like I'm talking about myself, so that's not as humbled, but it really is, you know. It helps me take a step back and recognize that I am but a tool for my greatest achievements to present themselves, hopefully, as a guiding light to others. But it's not about me, you know. It's just about doing good. And, you know, sometimes it can seem a little bit, you know, fake and theatrical to record a lot of things. But, you know, that's pride. You know, it's a false humility, being like, oh, nobody would actually care if I posted anything. If you think you have something of value to share, then share it. And if you don't, that's because you're overthinking and worrying about yourself, which is rooted in pride, not humility. Humility would be sharing things freely from a humble standpoint, not burrowing into a hole of your own thoughts, worried that the world will judge you. No one actually cares that much. That's you, you know. You're your biggest hater. A lot of the time, you're what's holding you back the most. I mean, speaking from experience, you know, posting things that I maybe don't think will hold much value, and then seeing sometimes get the best fucking retention any video has ever gotten in a while. It's humbling, and it helps you come to the understanding that you are only as important of what value you can bring. So if everything you're posting is valueless and you know, you can't even bring the smallest laugh, it's all just, you know, I'm trying to follow whatever anybody else is doing, yeah, of course you're going to feel discouraged and shitty. But if you can bring something that is personalized to you, that is sharing something incredible or joyful or funny or beautiful, do it, share it. You know, we need more people to share things that matter. You know, I don't want more fluff on my For You page of bullshit and stupidity. I want more people representing exceptionalism. That's what I want. Or chasing it and sharing that. So maybe start doing that. Maybe start practicing exceptionalism in everything you do and start sharing it with people who matter or random strangers. Not because, oh, I want people to see me, but this is representation of something good, you know? And if nobody sees it, then fuck it. Who cares? But at least you're representing something good, you know? So there's no reason to sit there and be your own false judge about it. Get out of your own head, because I've fucking needed to get out of mine the past month. And I needed to hear this. And I didn't. But now I'm saying it. So I'm hearing it loud and clear. Anyways. I hope, you know, evening, noon, or night, you guys are having a great day. And that'll only get better tomorrow. You're welcome for posting.